Welcome back to DigiMarcon and Texpo here in Charlotte. I have a special guest with me, Allison Collins from Active Campaign. I'd like to hear a little about what you do at Active Campaign, maybe a little about yourself, how you fell into this role, and what makes Active Campaign special and unique in this world of digital marketing. Go for it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Jedediah. I've loved DigiMarcon. It's been awesome. A little bit about me and how I got into a partnership manager role at Active Campaign. It's interesting. I started off my career at an agency, and then I shifted into a SaaS role. Okay. Yeah, so typical day for me, start off early, 6 a.m. workout.
Oh, wow, that's pretty early, yeah.
Yeah. I do a sculpt class every morning, pretty much sculpt or run. I'm going to go into the full day.
Oh, yeah, sure, why not?
And then I will check my emails quickly, check my Slacks. My partners that I work with a lot, we're on Slack, we're on text, and we're constantly communicating because I know like the most important thing to agency partners is that I get them quick responses, we're communicating, and we're working on things together. So I'll go check that, then take my dog Dolly for a walk, and then I'm full steam ahead. I talk to some partners at 8 a.m. Having standing meetings with whether it's their entire team or just like one partner at a time. Talking to like my main contacts in an organization, then probably have a demo or a discovery conversation with a new potential partner. I also work with direct clients depending on what my partner needs. So I would sell directly to a client sometimes. Sometimes I'm working on preparing a partner with everything they need to know about Active Campaign to be successful in their sales call. So it can be really dynamic, which I absolutely love. It's a bit different because I've done direct sales. It's a bit different where sometimes I'm just strategy, sometimes I'm the one selling. And then we do team huddles every morning at 11 a.m. I also do some prospecting. So this is another part where we can talk about at some point, but using AI, using cutting edge methods to get in contact with agency partners, folks that want to learn more about Active Campaign, want to get started, and are in that client facing industry, whether it's like an agency partner, a digital consultancy, even software companies that partner with us. So, usually about 4 or 5 meetings a day, and then some, admin and making sure my partners are what's going on.
And that is a full day for you. All right.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, I think now is a good time. Let's talk about how Active Campaign and you specifically are using AI and how you guys are staying on the cutting edge of where everything's going given the explosion in technology, especially in the marketing industry.
Awesome. Yeah, I actually have a panel today on AI, so I'm very excited to talk about that.
Yeah, you definitely want to see your panel.
Yeah, plug for the panel. It's in an hour, so please stop by if you're here. So AI is it's a part of everything I do. From selling, it helps me to curate lists of high potential opportunities. At this point, you can even integrate that with your CRM and get more data information or even just different companies to reach out to. I'm using it for figuring out like who my targets are, like how to build that target account list, how to be more strategic. And then of course I'm using it for messaging, but I've really taken a different way with that. I feel like it's so obvious when messaging is super AI, and it's always been kind of obvious. So like you take it
very obvious.
Yeah. So my whole thing is like I want to be the most human I possibly can, because I think that's my unique selling point against AI. So trying to still be myself. So I'll use some lightweight AI to just brainstorm, but I typically am sending like my own messages out to folks, even though that's a profession, like that's what I'm doing. But AI does help me as like a research provider, like a sales assistant. Like these are who you should go after, and giving me more ideas for how to better position something, even if I'm going to tweak it and make it my own. us as a business, like we're using AI and helping marketers from a AI prompt. Like that's one of our newest things, which is really cool. So as a marketer, I'm sure everyone's familiar with like going in and trying to build a marketing automation campaign, whether it's in a new platform or a platform you don't know what action to put where for certain things to happen in that platform. With Active Campaign, you can say, hey, I want to build an automation to go after these target customers that have done these actions. So, for example, let's look at our Shopify data. Let's pull in any customers who have purchased this hat and let's send them a promotional email and bring them down a journey around buying this snowboard. Like, let's build it, and you're going to write that in, and it's going to build it for you as a marketer, which is so cool.
That's an interesting thing about it too. Because think about the times I buy something, if it's related, it makes sense. You know, if I buy snowshoes, maybe I might want a snowboard pit. You know, but that was something I had a conversation with someone earlier about one of the other companies too. Like they were bridging a gap because no one wants to like see a tire ad when you're searching for shoes. You know, there's no relevancy. So you're able to use AI to help you get that target relevancy in a way. And then instead of letting the AI put some canned thing out, dear sir and or madam, you know, like you have actually personalized emails behind wherever that initial touch point is that you're gathering using AI just to solidify the data. I think it's a really good use, good sort of compromise. Yeah.
Absolutely. I absolutely love that concept and finding ways to make your day more efficient, of course. Because that's what AI is all about. Like, we still need humans that are strategic, that can unlock the value for businesses and build marketing strategies. Like, I think AI helps you be a better marketer because you have more time in your day to be creative instead of doing admin tasks of like, is this the right action I should put into a customer journey? It's going to just do it for you. You can build off of it, be more strategic. Another fun one for efficiency that we've incorporated into our platform is AI brand kits. So we will take your website domain and auto-populate all of the pertinent details like the contact us, the socials, plug it into the account. We can take multiple websites too. And we're going to pre-populate email templates. We're going to make it so easy for you to stay on brand, stay consistent with your brand, and it's going to be done in seconds. Like making sure that you already have templates ready to go as a business in your email marketing platform.
That's really great. So I can see you guys do a lot with email, and I know some people have said emails, but I don't think it's true at all. In fact, from what I've seen, emails is one of the best ways to still get leads because everybody still uses it. Everybody still has an email. Doesn't matter how advanced, whatever. And I always go to these meetings and people are like, "Oh yeah, I am so behind on emails. It's been an hour to email." So like everybody uses it, and I know I have found stuff by email personally that I might not be actively seeking. And yeah, sometimes you get a spam and they're like, I didn't want that. And other times like, hey, you know what? This is relevant. Let me look at this a bit more. So I think it's still a very useful tool. And so maybe you could talk a little bit about personalization and what to do and not to do, because I know that I've seen some very mispersonalized as well. And that's where the whole like, oh, AI wrote this thing comes in. And that's where some brands are accelerating because they're like, yeah, we don't do that. But everyone has received one or two of those dear sir and or madam, insert name here, and they actually didn't even put your name. It's just like the insert that you go, oh my god, and just delete, auto delete. Or that's the only personalized part out of the whole thing. So it's like, there's your name, and then nothing else is relevant to you at all whatsoever. And you're just like, delete, Yeah.
Okay, I love that question. It's going to take me down so many different journeys. But journey number one is that Active Campaign is not just email marketing. We have a CRM. We have the ability to send text messages, to distribute ads, to integrate with other tools. I have some partners doing some amazing work with AI agents and incorporating that into automation so that you do not get that spammy message too. Like reaching out to recently I was reaching out to a new doctor and I got immediate like, this is Susan pretending to be a human, and we all know those AI tools.
Susan's not going to respond in 3 seconds. There's no way.
Susan, like I do actually want to talk to Susan for certain reasons. So AI has to be able to bring me down the funnel as a lead to bring me to a human. So finding ways to use AI to build into your active campaign automation of like, let's qualify this lead, let's improve our speed to lead, let's make that faster, let's incorporate these types of things. Also, active campaign has always been huge on personalization at scale. So not just like, hi dear sir or madam, your first name, like what you purchased. You can use conditional content to even change the emails that you're sending out based off of what you know about an individual from an image perspective, a copy perspective. So, someone that purchased product A, let's send them messaging around product B, like someone who purchased product B, we can send them the same email, but if you want to market product C, like you can be a lot more dynamic and personalized. So, love that question.
Yeah, that's really important because I see so many people like that's their definition of personalization, and then everything is completely irrelevant to where it's going. It's like not actually personalizing what you're doing, pretty ridiculous. It's like here, Jedediah Jake, buy these dance shoes or something. Like, no, I don't think so. yeah, yeah. So that's really great. I know you talked about Active Campaign a lot, and then you even used it to describe part of what Active Campaign does. Can you talk a little bit more about the name Active Campaign, where that came from, maybe a little behind the story with that?
Oh my gosh. Well, we've been around for a while. So I would say the name goes back pretty far past my time working there. But I do know at one point, we've had the same founder-led business. So our founder is still our CEO. And I think it's, rings true 15 years ago to now, like make your campaigns active. Like let's find ways to engage folks at the right time, right messaging, personalized to their needs so that they feel heard and they feel seen as a customer and they ultimately progress down the funnel. They learn more about your business, that brand awareness, and then eventually they feel comfortable because you've actually like personalized, you took you made your campaign active. I don't know the exact reason why we're called active campaign. I'm gonna be honest about that, but I do know we have been founder run and he's the founder of Active Campaign has been deeply involved in email marketing for since
since the AOL days, you have mail.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think it's really unique that we still are unique as a software business to still have that founder.
Well, that means the brand is working and it has consistency. Yeah, because some of these brands get into trouble again. You see, they completely rechange everything about them, and then you're like, this is not what I thought I was getting. That's not what it's different now. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. All right, well, I think it's been a pleasure chatting with you. So if anyone wants to connect with you, what is the best way to get in touch?
I would say let's connect on LinkedIn. Feel free to add me and would love to talk to anyone. So let me know. Yeah, that's it. Allison Collins, LinkedIn.
And she's very much open book. So definitely check out her camera. It's going to be really interesting on AI and trends. I don't want to spoil too much of that, but I know it's going to be great. Thank you so much for being on our podcast.